Testing. Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, that does work.
The Rodolphe's Rent podcast, starring the humorous Josh Davidson, the hilarious Caspar Hyde, and the laughable Max Briley. And since new government legislation recently came into effect, you are legally required to listen to the following broadcast of three hungover serfs having a meaningless conversation in its entirety.
Hi. Hi, and welcome to this, the very first Rodolphe's Revenge podcast, which, much to the joy and appreciation of our three pop culture stunted nerd brains, is taking place in the past. Yeah, when at the time of recording this, we haven't actually uploaded any of the webcomics, any of the strips, or got the actual website online yet. So
at this point, Rodolphe's Revenge doesn't actually exist.
At this point we are at this point we are a non-existent entity or webcomic. We don't exist. We've not quite reached the levels of stardom we were hoping for by this point. If you see where we're coming from with that.
We will, though. We're making history today.
Yes.
I just jinxed it, didn't I?
We're making the future history to...
Yeah, that's what we do. But no, basically how it works, they're not all going to be as shit as this, the podcasts. What's going to happen is every 3 weeks or so we'll pick a topic, or depending on how rabid and insane our fans are, we'll pick a topic that they suggest. Well, I can't see us doing that very often, else we'll end up sounding like racists. But no, we'll pick a topic and talk about it for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And you'll probably listen because, let's face it, you've probably got nothing better to do. So yeah, we'll go with that. But this podcast really is just to say, hi, we exist.
Hi.
This is what we sound like. Hi. That's not what I sound like most of the time, but usually I do the received pronunciation thing. I'm really having to put on this voice. What you heard at the start of the podcast, that was my normal voice. That's how I normally talk.
Yeah, it can get quite annoying.
Yeah.
In the mornings when he's still half asleep and he has this voice still, it's really ear-splitting, especially with a hangover.
A pickup line doesn't sound good in received pronunciation voice either, I'm not going to do one, because then Josh will just spend the rest of the time giggling. So no, we're not going to be doing that.
Come on.
No, I'm not doing it. But anyway, the only time you'll receive my heard pronunciation voice.
Receive my
You will receive my received pronunciation voice is at the start of these podcasts, and possibly if I'm being held at gunpoint. But
we can arrange that.
Yeah, that's easily arranged.
Like anyone with guns.
My fists are guns.
Your fists are guns.
Yes.
My hands are rifle.
What?
You probably don't get that reference, do you?
No, probably not.
There was one showing of 1001 Arabian Nights at the Minack Theatre. I remember seeing it when I was like 7. It hasn't really penetrated the zeitgeist that much.
If any of you got that reference, you'll get a prize.
Yeah. If any of you got that reference, give me a bell. We were in the same audience like over 10 years ago. So yeah, how's it holding up?
Yeah.
I hope you're doing all right.
Not too big.
And I hope you understood that reference. Otherwise, it's going to sound ridiculously obscure.
Have you ever been called onto stage during like a pantomime or something like that?
I would sooner gouge my own eyes out with rusty fish hooks than be called onto stage during a pantomime or performance of anything.
I did.
Go on.
How did that go?
What happened?
My nan took me to the theatre in Barnstable, and she got in a kerfuffle with somebody that wanted our seats. So she had a full-on blown argument with them, and the stewardess came along and was like, "Oh, I'm really sorry for all the confusion, blah blah blah. How about the kids go on the stage at the end?" And my sister is such a drama queen, so she immediately was like, "Yes!" And I was there like, "No!" So having to go up together, I kind of put it out to the back of my mind during the entire performance,
and ever since you've repressed the memory,
hoping that we wouldn't ever actually get to go up. It turns out at the very end that they called us on the stage and we had to sing a song next to this dame person. Jesus. Of course, the lyrics to the song were behind us, So not having known what the song said,
You just sort of mumbled.
I kept mumbling and sort of turning
Like Prince
around.
Harry trying to do the national anthem.
And there's some people I knew from school there as well, and I just felt like a complete moron.
Oh
But
my
my sister was clearly loving it.
Is that what made you the social introvert you are today?
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of Barnstable Theatre, actually, I was in Barnstable over the Easter holidays because that's where I live, much to my disappointment. And I walked past Barnstable Theatre, and I saw a poster on the wall advertising. You know, they have those posters advertising what's on at the moment, and and one of the posters advertised Michael Jackson live in concert.
What?
Which to me suggests that Barnstable is even more behind the times than I thought, or way, way ahead of the times and have developed the technology sufficient to bring back the dead.
Seance concert.
Yeah, either that or it's all a big conspiracy and Michael Jackson is actually still alive and working today.
Yeah,
But what
I
he's
doubt
doing in
that.
Barnstable is anybody's guess.
He's got to start somewhere.
Well, yeah, but he's already started somewhere. It's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Well, it was Michael
I'm
Jackson.
sure he didn't start in Barnstable. Or however you're pronouncing it.
Yeah, no, that was correct pronunciation of Barnstable. But
Thank you.
I think that Michael Jackson probably had his start in some small town British place like Margate, for instance.
He's from
Fucking
America.
Margate.
Fucking Margate.
Fucking Margate. If you're from Margate, we hate you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just stop listening right now if you're from Margate. It really wasn't where I was hoping to go with the very first podcast. We've already made
No,
so
yeah.
many libelous statements
And enemies.
and enemies
Yes.
immediately. Well, it's
We'll
not like
make more.
it doesn't matter. It's not like Margate is nuclear capable. It's not Iran.
Ready to go to DEFCON 2.
Yeah, I think we're all right. They can barely afford to keep their own funfair rides going, let alone a nuclear power station capable of producing devastating weapons of mass destruction. I think we're safe.
If you are from Margate.
Margate.
Sounds like
That's
Mordor.
Yeah, that's where Sauron lives.
One does not simply walk into Margate.
And you
And,
have a suitcase nuke, then stay away.
Yeah, Margate. It's not led by Sauron so much as Sauron. Two
Ay.
words. Ay, that's where I
Ay,
live.
that's
That's Ay.
Funny little pun there.
Yeah.
I can't really remember where Margate is. I've just tried to
No, I've been. We
flush it out.
To be
said
fair,
all
I
this-
don't know anything about Margate. I'm just following you in the hate towards it.
Well, it's fine.
Well,
That's what we
rest
do.
assured that it deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair pressure.
And yeah, anyone who's from Margate and listening to this podcast, feel free to
Leave.
rant against us in comments and private messages and
Hate mail
email.
are very welcome.
Hate mail, all you like, because shit, there's nothing we want to do better than read your fucking badly spelled hate mail.
And I bet you have YouTube accounts as well. You do
Yes,
the
you all
exact
have
same thing.
YouTube accounts, and you all want to tell us
Witty and
how
intelligent
great,
comments.
how great Margate is, and how stupid we are, and how we deserve to die for not liking the place that you come from because it is shit.
Really shit. Oh, Margate.
Have you actually been to Margate?
Well, if I have, I don't remember it.
I've been to Margate. Believe
But
me,
I
it deserves
have.
all that.
I know of it.
You know,
very
yeah, you know
well.
Margate exists.
Yeah.
You didn't really want to end up ragging. No, we cannot get any further
Yeah,
with the
this
Margate
is-
thing.
yeah.
This is too libelous a
Change your
start.
topic.
Change of topic.
Go back to theatre
So-
again.
Go back to theatre.
Because Margate, I think, is near London.
Theatre.
But another funny experience I had with the theatre is I was up in watching Avenue Q with an ex of mine,
Oh, I wouldn't say
and
that.
we had front row seats, and so that's prime for abuse. The worst part was that they came round the place looking for change for charity and whatever, and me trying to be generous, like in front of the lady, I pull my wallet out and I spend a good minute or two trying to fish out any cash that I had, realising that I didn't have as much change as I thought I did, and had the guy waiting there with a hat in my face for a good couple of minutes until I pulled out a 5 pence, dropped it in the
Generous
hat
of
and
you.
pretended that it was,
God, your generosity is overwhelming.
I thought I had more money.
How much longer did that relationship last? Can I ask?
Another half a year.
Oh, right. I reckon it was the 5 pence piece that did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insert
That's
coin
impressive.
here.
But actually, speaking of theatre, there's you know the magician Darren Brown.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, he's awesome, but the people who design his posters really are not. There's a Darren Brown show called Svengali, I think it is. If you're listening, open Google Images in another tab and Google Darren Brown's Svengali advertising poster. Because what it is it's a back view of Darren Brown. He's clearly on a stage or something. And
Hold on. Let's give him a minute to Google. There you go.
there you go. You've had the moment to Google.
What's this Dora the Explorer? Where's the cheese factory? There it is!
But no, Darren Brown, I think he's supposed to be it's supposed to be some kind of devil's tail coming out the back of his trousers, but it's so badly...
That's on Photoshop, though. He is the devil.
He is the devil. It's so badly rendered, though, or the image is so bad, it just looks like he's got an Art Nouveau table leg stuck up his arse. It's really not a very good image. It is not great, and it looks like he's trying not to let it affect his performance because he's doing this big dramatic gesture, which you can't see because you're watching the podcast, but just imagine me with my arms held out.
It's a very, very intimidating sight.
It's a powerful image.
I'm threatened.
Yes, you should be.
To be fair, though, I don't think it's easy to do anything with the table leg up your ass, so...
Oh, Darren Brown
Well,
did an
if
entire
you're
magic
Brown,
show.
you
I
can do
think.
everything. Yeah.
Did an entire magic show. I mean, David Blaine wouldn't do a magic show unless he had a table leg going up his arse and coming so far it came out of his mouth
Yeah, and he'd have it there for weeks.
and on fire in a glass box of some sort because David Blaine apparently cannot so much as eat his breakfast without being in a glass box suspended 250 feet above a lava pit.
So true.
It is true. I have respect for those people flinging objects at those boxes he locks himself in.
Yeah.
I mean, more power to him if he's got the willpower and the guts to do that. But to be honest, what is the bloody point, for one thing? And two, what the hell did he expect? Human beings are attracted to things that are suspended high above their heads. And the first thing they will do is throw something at it when it's presented to them.
I love that that helicopter brought over that bag of burgers when he was fasting in a glass case in London.
Really?
You really not see
How
that?
did that happen?
It looks so
What?
fucking...
Sorry to nitpick, but how did the helicopter get close enough to drop off a payload of burgers
Well,
without the rotor severing the chain?
It was quite far up. The helicopter was suspending the burgers like near him or something.
It was in a glass box. How did he reach the burgers?
He didn't.
That just sounds like a terrible bit of...
Well, the best thing is the
So
glass
they're
box
just
was so
showing
strong.
him
that it
burgers.
Could, they were just basically just showing him burgers.
That's such a dick move.
That's the point, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but...
Yes, he's
Yeah.
testing human limits by fasting and looking at hamburgers.
looking at but to be honest,
Truly a
Would that not
remarkable
test
feat.
your limit?
what kind of...
Yes, it would test my limits.
What kind
I'd
of
break that glass box and eat those burgers.
What kind of
There
budget
is
did
no
these
way.
hecklers have to hire a helicopter and get permission to fly that close to David Blaine's box?
What are you on about? It was Ronald McDonald.
Was it Ronald McDonald? Was he driving it? Okay.
So,
You could see his big red wig hanging out of the plane.
So what
the
kind of
helicopter.
helicopter was it? I'm kind of imagining a Chinook with a with a marine sort of on the end of a rope holding these burgers. Hey,
No.
you want these?
It was a
These-
giant pack of burgers, like
Wow.
massive, like a Father Christmas size pack of burgers, and it was just being suspended from a large rope from like a small, I don't know, helicopter the size of.
you sure this wasn't part of the show?
Did you dream? Did you dream this?
No,
By
I
any
didn't
chance?
dream it. If you are watching and you believe me, I am not insane.
Or if you've seen it, if you've
Yeah.
seen it yourself, maybe you were driving a helicopter. Who knows?
Have a look, because it's. I promise to God, it's real. I see things sometimes, but this isn't one of those situations.
But maybe it was Richard Branson. I mean, he and David Blaine have got a lot in common.
They go back years.
Yeah,
like
a tendency to lock themselves in something that a human being really doesn't want to be locked in most of the time due to, like natural self-preservation instinct. In Richard Branson's case, it's some kind of balloon or spacecraft or giant paper plane that he decides to fly across the Atlantic, just go across the Pacific on a space hopper or something. I just boing, boing, boing. But no, maybe it was Richard Branson, and obviously David Blaine locks himself in glass boxes at various heights and depths, which seems to be his one meal ticket.
Wouldn't be surprised if David Blaine's next trick was doing something in space. That would
Breathing in
definitely.
space.
Yes,
Please try it. It's
Try and-
possible. It
go
really
on,
is.
try and see if David Blaine can breathe in space. What a magnificent idea that
To
is.
be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if he could.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is that.
Actually, I said that David, that being suspended or buried in some form of glass box is David Blaine's only meal ticket, but given the fasting he doesn't really need that many meal tickets, does he? Maybe one voucher for McDonald's, which is the first place I'd go after having burgers dangled in my face.
Yeah, that's very true. Although he did look quite fat before he went in for the glass cage. He was in there for like 40 days or something. It's something to do with Lent, that old thing that people do, which
Now,
they
that
don't
is a
really
level
do.
of dedication. You know, if all religious people did that for Lent, if all Christian Church of England Catholic people did that for Lent,
Then we'd have a lot of glass boxes.
I would probably be religious because that level of dedication, because that level of dedication is really it really makes a strong case, but a strong glass case.
Of emotion.
Very funny there. Yes.
Yeah,
Hilarious. Or hilarious. I've never gotten that right.
Hilarious.
Hilarious or hilarious.
Casper's from
People
Norway. He's
Casper's
not
Norwegian.
real.
It's
He's
not
not-
obvious already. So yeah, shout out to all Norwegians. We're gonna invade
Not do
England
anything.
someday.
But we didn't. You didn't actually. You're not at the same university as us or anything. We just saw you floating past in a piece of longboat one day that had clearly been run around.
Attacked by Sweden.
I was hunting seals and then I just got off course.
Yeah.
Ended up in England.
Yeah, you were caught by a
Lived
kraken.
there
Or something.
since.
You were caught by a kraken or something.
Oh yeah, I killed it.
You killed the kraken. God, what a big ticket Pirates of the Caribbean rip-off's going to do with no kraken? I mean, Clash of the Titans had a kraken.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Clash of the Titans had a kraken.
Well, the Kraken is actually originally of northern mythology.
Yeah,
Kind
the kraken.
of. Yeah.
And they somehow made
there.
it into Greek mythology.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of traveled the world, the Kraken.
actually, I've
Yeah, it
not.
does live in the sea, to be fair.
Yeah.
I should say at this point I've not actually seen Clash of the Titans. I've seen the trailer in which a guy in a big white robe goes, "Release the kraken."
It doesn't
in that
even
exact
look like
voice.
a Kraken.
It's not
I
Kraken,
haven't
it's
seen
just
the movie, but I've seen pictures.
I've seen it, and it's shit.
The Kraken is supposed to be a giant octopus.
And it's not.
a whatever it is.
It
is.
It's like a gigantic transformer.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Because if there's one thing the cinema world needs, it's more Transformers.
Michael Bay was in. Oh my god, it makes so much sense now.
What?
Michael Bay had a part to play in Clash of the Titans.
Did
Oh
he?
my god, no.
No. He had a part to play in some recent release. Possibly.
Wrath of the Titans. Oh.
It might have been Real Steel.
Oh.
Well, he's also, doing the new Turtles movie.
Oh,
And
yes,
they're no longer Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're adult alien turtles ninjas.
My brain hurts.
So that's A,
Right in the childhood.
A,
A
A-A-A-T.
AAT. Oh, yeah.
A-A-N-T.
Adult teenage. No, wait.
Alien, adult alien ninja turtles, adult alien ninja turtles. They're ants.
Raping your childhood. Turtle power.
If
They're
they're
ants.
aliens, what makes them adult?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they've gone through their gestation period. Maybe they've hatched from eggs and eat their mother like spiders or.
Or alien?
Yeah, I was going to say maybe the stage of adult alien ninja turtle development has a facehugger stage.
I'm sure
But-
Shredder will be some sort of transformer or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there'll be lots of big fiery explosions.
And hot chicks.
You please tell me you
Yep.
don't think Megan Fox is hot.
She was.
Eh.
She was.
Yeah, but she's a whiny little bitch.
I'd make one hell of a one-night stand.
To be honest, though,
Not anymore, though. She looks like
Yeah.
something smacked her in the face repeatedly.
I think that thing was called Botox.
Yeah,
Yes.
what though? She's hot. The girl who worked behind the bar down at Wetherspoons is hot,
Yeah.
Yes.
and probably has more acting talent, and is clearly a lot more intelligent.
Yeah.
I do not understand the fascination with Megan Fox,
No,
or
I
for
do
that
agree
matter,
there, actually.
Shia LaBeouf.
Not the
Yeah,
beef.
fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Fuck that guy. Let's not get into that.
it's not because
Just fuck him.
it's well trodden ground on the internet anyway.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
nothing new there.
Yeah.
And we try to have at least some form of
And some form of
there.
originality, which
Yeah.
will probably fail in at some point.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We like to think we have a fresh pair of eyes here at Rodolphe's Revenge, but we still hate people.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Because that is the only natural standpoint anybody can take on human beings.
Yes.
But
The
okay,
internet is proof of that.
yes. Okay then, originality. What hasn't been covered too much? Sherlock. we heartily recommend the TV series
Yes,
Sherlock.
definitely.
Because that is one of the best TV series.
Watch it. It's short
ever
and
made.
British, but it's still really good.
It's awesomely British.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in an awesome way. I mean, what Norwegian TV series have there been? to
Oh,
drive
we have
by?
we have a show that's actually quite funny. That's being remade into American.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
What else?
It's about.
So it's gonna be
it's
really
called Dog, I think. It's about this guy who's a marriage counselor, and his personal opinion is that no one should be married. So that's kind of the gist of it.
Actually, that sounds like
And
it.
I think he goes to his own psychiatrist
Yeah.
himself and stuff, and he's just this cranky guy. It's apparently really funny. I haven't seen it myself, to be honest, but everyone recommends it. So if you're gonna watch anything Norwegian, watch that. Or The Troll Hunter. That's a cool film.
Or you could watch the cows and things outside in the vast green, outlandish parts of Norway.
There are no cows in Norway.
What is it?
There
Norway?
are cows in Norway.
Oh, of
Well,
course
there
there's
are.
cows
There are
in
yaks that they hunt with like wild beasts, like not wildebeests because they're only in Africa, but like yak things.
I hear Norway's quite like Skyrim.
Yeah. Actually, Skyrim was based on Norway. Actually, they based Dovahkiin on me and my family.
And the only TV series or films you've ever given us is Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
That's not Norway.
Well, it's Scandinavia. Girl with the Dragon.
It's the same thing.
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
Yeah.
That TV series you just mentioned, and the fucking Moomins, which traumatised
No,
me
that's-
beyond all belief.
That's Finland.
Is it Finland?
Still
Yeah.
Scandinavian.
Still
No,
not part of
they like to
Scandinavia.
think they're Scandinavian, but neither Sweden, Norway, or Denmark acknowledges them.
We
as
have,
part of Scandinavia. They're
we-
not part of
have a
Scandinavia. They're
nationalist
part of
here.
Northern Europe,
Once
not
again,
Scandinavia.
anyone who wants to debate this in the comments on a YouTube video or something, that would be
Yeah,
amazing.
bring
We
it
are-
on, Finnish people.
we
I'm
are-
not scared of you.
We are deeply enthusiastic about hearing your opinion. We totally care about
We
it.
really do.
Come on.
Really, honestly, no sarcasm.
No sarcasm there whatsoever.
Mm.
No sarcasm to be.
Oh, but to be fair, when I said it's very British, it was if there's anyone American listening, you guys seem to have a fear of British shows. So
Yeah.
that was my
Actually,
original
maybe a
point.
fear of being
Nothing against
outsmarted.
British shows because you have good shows.
No, there are
At
quite a
least
few
three.
good American TV shows, but yeah.
It produces the best TV shows
Yeah.
possible. Sure.
Yeah.
Breaking
They
Bad.
do also, though, coincidentally produce the worst.
The worst
Yeah.
TV
This is true.
shows.
This is true.
Like the ridiculous influx of cop dramas.
Yes. How many crimes
Oh,
can they have?
God.
I
They
know
have
the-
to run out of crimes eventually.
I know and all these it's stuff like CSI.
I look forward to a nuclear event in Rookie Blue.
Yeah.
Tell you what I'm looking forward to: the moment when CSI just abandons all pretense and robots start doing all this crime scene analysis because apparently the CSI team has that big a budget and the capacity to make arrests. No, CSI teams cannot make arrests.
I
They
know.
cannot carry weapons. They cannot run around saying, "You're nicked, you slag."
And they
That's not
They
CSI.
don't fashion the
Every
good
show
bubble
that
glasses either.
focuses on someone makes them the coolest.
Yeah.
You know, if it were a show about, I don't know, who else is in the police and does other stuff than the police.
Chief Inspector.
The chief inspector. Look, all that administrative, paper pushing,
Yeah.
bureaucratic part of it.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
I would watch
There
a
was
TV.
show about that. They would do the arrests
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yes, absolutely.
Isn't
and
that-
I think they are overlooked.
Isn't that already a film? Isn't that
The other guys.
the other guy?
Yeah.
It's like, well,
I love that film. Will Ferrell. We all love Will Ferrell.
Yes.
yeah, we love Will Ferrell.
There's one celebrity
worship
we
him.
endorse. It's him.
But the thing is, that's what's inspiring so many people now to get into the police force and the army. It's games like Call of Duty and shows like
Yeah.
Cold Case or whatever. I don't even know if Cold Case actually is a police drama, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Isn't
You
it
can just say
something like-
any police term and be fairly certain that it is also the name of the police drama in America.
I think it's got something to do with revisiting cases that
Yeah,
were
it's
closed.
like really, really old cases.
mysteries.
I
and
watched an
stuff.
episode and they like arrested a really old guy. He was like 90 or something.
What was
For
the
a crime he
point in
did
that?
when he was 20. But
Really?
yay, justice is served.
What was
He
the
just
crime?
lived the rest of his life in peace and then...
He got some good treatment in prison.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
died like
he
a
did.
year later.
Yeah, I mean,
Spent
no,
1 year in
no one
prison.
will ass rape a 90-year-old dude, so he's safe.
Wow.
Pretty much.
Well, not all. No.
Unless
not
you
no
think
one.
otherwise.
But
Yeah, bring on the mail.
the thing is, though, this is going back. This is what inspires people to do these things that aren't you. It's like people who do parodies of Lonely Island songs.
Oh.
It's like people watch a lot of comedy and think they know how to do comedy. You know, watching a lot of comedy doesn't qualify you to be a comedian. You know, I watch a lot of Batman. That doesn't qualify me to run around in a cape at night beating up criminals with my bare hands.
What you have at? I'm Spider-Man.
You're Spider-Man. Caspar is
Norway man.
Thor, yes. Black Widow?
You're Aquaman.
I'm Aquaman.
Seaman.
Okay. I'm not Aquaman. I'm not going around in a lime green fish scale thong. As fetching as I would look, ladies, I know I'm just not doing that. In Falmouth, I mean, well, the proximity of this, actually, it's not a bad idea.
No, you should do that. Totally.
Really?
We'll take pictures and stuff.
We'll be there every step of the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Rule 34. Oh, God.
What have you become?
Oh, God. What have you started?
That bit's going out in editing. There is no way that's staying in. Do not put that in, or I'm dead. Yeah, don't give the laugh.
Well,
It's 25 minutes in.
25 minutes, really? That
Yeah.
long?
We do this a lot longer usually.
Yeah, when we've actually got a topic to discuss,
yeah,
we will,
there's just loads of
when,
bullshit.
when it's not just rambling, well, it will always be a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, but it will be like with a direction.
Yeah.
With a direction.
And if this weren't being
Goal,
recorded,
I guess.
this particular podcast is being recorded on a dull grey Sunday afternoon, but in future, it'll be recorded like in various locations. We will be drinking some of these. We should warn you
Most
now.
of them.
Most of them we will be
Yeah.
drinking.
Required.
Actually, that would be a good topic, the Rodolphe's Revenge podcast drinking game, where the people who are the subject of the drinking game also play it.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. But
That would be pretty fucking
it
awesome.
wouldn't be bad. It'd be fucking amazing. So
We like drinking here.
we do.
Yeah.
We are fans of drinking. We are in favour of drinking.
All future alcoholics.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. We are in
But
favour.
we aren't yet because we're students, so you can't be a student.
can't.
and an
Just,
alcoholic.
just to be absolutely clear on this, Rodolphe's Revenge heartily endorses irresponsible drinking.
Yes.
Yes.
Just any of our younger listeners out there, if we have any younger listeners, we don't have any listeners yet because, as I've said at the start, this is in the past. But anyone listening out there, we endorse drinking. Drink.
And let's end with that.
Yeah. On that magnificent, magnanimous, incredible, powerful speech, let's end this edition of the Rodolphe's Revenge podcast. Thank you for listening, if you indeed were.
Cheers, guys. Bye.